No, let's see. He said Monday after you were done. After you were done. He said Monday
Back on now. Sorry guys, we got kicked off the feed. We just rebooted and we're back on now. So again, we'll be back for the final four for the play-by-play. Right now, just sit back and watch. Thank you.
Hey, you didn't see these? Oh, yeah. You didn't see these tattoos? Look up these ones.
What'd you say?
Brandon did anything, my windows are down.
Oh, it's right.
Those are all pretty cool.
No.
Very nice. Oh yeah, it's raining hard. That could be part of our problem too.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have the best hand. Ladies. I love you, Mom.
Didn't see nothing. It's not for Miss May.
You're an angry elf. Angry elf.
My fingers. The ball's not sized enough, so I can't lay it down where I want it to go.
I was hoping we'd see it.
Like I'll either pull it in. And with this pattern, you gotta be able to go where you want it to go.
I'm ready. Shoulders pins.
You know, I started out throwing at 11, standing on 19, throwing right at 11.
Why do I smell I smell something.
Nate showed that he was on at the same time.
Stephen Kyle Rogers was the number 1 seed. He's bowling Ken Abner on 5 and 6 right now, sir. Hit him on a fly. So you guys flipped off Nathan?
You're not even my kids anymore, man. We got ousted.
Oh, you're so good. It's a good thing your girlfriend's hot.
Yes, that was live.
I think we lost connection for a second, so you might be safe.
I'll give you my car.
After the first game. It keeps losing signal. Oh, does it? Yeah.
Go ahead. Still playing.
All right, 1 of 2. On 1 and 2, we had 241 as Daniel Leo in a clear lead. On 3 and 4, we had a clear lead, 216 to 141. And on 5 and 6, Kyle Rogers up 21 pins. And on 7 and 8, as you saw here, right in front of you, Brandon Flora is up on Jordan Gray by 40. We're in game 2. We'll give you an update right when we get done. Thank you.
missing the 9.
I didn't see the film on. Saw the first two.
Missing on my last shot, right?
I think you were. I think you're missing the head pin.
5 of the middle.
Yes.
6. Started.
Shit was plastic. Plastic looks a lot. Is that T-zone? I thought it was a T-zone. You just throw the pin up T-zone.
That way when I said you got a handful, you really did. Yeah. Seems like it's still playing. Watch it on there.
Take out that 5-2.
Right.
He's searching.
Make that Beagle. The wrong T-zone right there.
Personal page.
Yeah. Saw it more, Jay.
There's a, you've got it, well, you've got the chlorine, top lane, it's chlorine sweeper thing.
It's easy the way the iPad's set up and everything.
coming in here soon.
It's down 9. Yeah, he's in good shape. He's down 11. It's not bouncing. That's good. Feels tighten up.
Ooh, the paralyzer.
Listen, I almost left 4 by 7 on that leg shot. They were okay, but it hit terrible. He's down 21 first game.
Not good. All right, go in here.
Pretty good. He was doing nine squares, so loser.
How much is that? $1,000 first piss.
Second place for $6. Third place for $4. Fourth place for $400. Second place for $250. Sixth place for $250. Seventh place for $250. Eighth place $150.
Before we go live.
Say Devin Hoffer.
He's at 202. He's at 202.
Devin Hoffer got ninth for 150. And then Larry Meyer got 10th for 100.
Thanks, Marcus.
I wish I was putting in this so I could get that.
No, we need strike points.
Aren't there so many 250s?
That's why they do it for the breakdown.
All right, go in here.
What's that? Where's that?
The Kentucky Open, first place gets $1,000 and the Kentucky Open is free. We'll say hello to Adam Miz. Let's say hello to Ryan Franny.
Hello, Adam Miss.
And Ryan Franny.
Yeah, baby. One more.
Hello,
Hello.
Adam Miss.
Hello Adam Miz and hello Ryan Franny.
Hello, I am Franny. Hello, I am Franny.
We have the great Greg Lothian watching.
Yeah, baby. Great shots.
You out of here?
Yeah. And Bolton and Newcastle again tomorrow. And I see you.
Good ball, and Jordan. Yeah.
Can I put this in the bucket?
Great job, again. Great job, guys.
Fire will freeze and walk.
Hi, Mr. Lothian. How are you, sir? Somebody sitting to my left, you probably.
I said hi.
You said I told you.
That was the great Greg Lothian.
Jeff's going to have to sit there, though. Unless he's going to sit on your lap.
I'm okay with that. We've been there before. It'll be the first time Jeff did that.
Stand behind him.
See if things need to be cleaned up, possible. Glasses and stuff. No. Larry, don't argue. Come on. All right. You gotta have somebody from Versailles. Yeah, exactly. So I just told Larry, I'm like, this, I'm not giving nobody a hard time around here, but I want one of my boys.
It is. I wasn't throwing it too well out there a couple of ways.
I rode for you.
Ninth frame in the first game, I got a 6.
Hey, what's, you got a bat?
Place.
Huh? You got a bat?
What are you gonna do there?
No, this one.
What's wrong?
No alcohol in that.
I know.
Yes.
Let me see how you put it. Ready, one, two, one.
Well, I'll come right back.
Just because I'm on something, he's going to let me go up.
That's Baldwin. I am. Nice to see. Yeah. Yeah. Steven Nancy's. Yeah. Oh, it ain't his.
So let's play along with it.
I can. That's kind of depends away from
Okay, guys, we're here at Pollard's Bowl. We're here for the Final Four, and we're going to play-by-play from the Final Four all the way through the finals. This is a KPT Regional Roofing Handicap Madness tournament.
Yeah, that's good.
Sitting in with me, doing a little play-by-play, we're going to have Jeff Fair sit in. Hello, Jeff.
Hello out there in Facebook land.
Yes. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. Doing what I do best, watching Ken and RJ bowl.
Well, I think they're bowling on Route 66 today, and at this point of the day, it's hooking a little bit.
They are getting a little crispy.
Yes.
So this Pollard's Bowl historically is not a very easy bowling center, and there was definitely some out of bounds. Mr. Lothian, hello, how you doing?
That's right.
So there was some out of bounds to start, and that forced everyone to move a little left a little early. And what you're seeing now is the remnants, 6 games in, 7 games in.
lot of aggressive bowling balls.
A lot of aggressive bowling balls because there was still some pretty good volume. So there was some surface, some aggressive bowling balls, and everybody has migrated left. So you're going to see a lot of rev rate that's left and a lot of tilt in order to get the ball to go through the pins the right way. And then you have RJ, who's grown up here.
Yeah. Just likes to play a little right of everybody else.
Yeah, he does it well.
We've got Ken Abner and Brandon Flora down on 3 and 4. Daniel Dino and RJ Pollard right in front of us on 7. The finals will be the winners of these best of two-game total pinfall matches, and they're going to be on 5 and 6 for the finals right after. So had some great matches before this for the round of 8. Kenny had a big finish to get around Kyle Rogers. Kyle was the number 1 seed coming out of it. So
the Jordan Gray Brandon Flora match came down to the 10th frame as well.
yes, sure did, right here in front of us.
The 10th, and he kind of crumbled him over.
But that's a strike. We don't grade him. He had to round out the top 8. Kyle Rogers, Jordan Gray, Brady Adler, and Clint Millen. They were our top 8. Ken Abner did have a roll-off just to get into the round of 8 with Devin Hoffer. But then we're plus 111 for the 4 games is the score that it took to get into this round of 8. And Larry Meyer was just outside of that. He was our 10th place finisher today. We did have 60 bowlers in the tournament, so fantastic turnout.
The lanes were not easy. 111 over was
That's
impressive.
It's a good score.
It was a good score.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the top 8 the top 9 bowled really well to get there.
Been here watching all day and realized why I like to watch people bowl instead of try to go out and bowl myself.
Yeah, I think I need to do more watching lately. 21st.
Well.
Very well. Almost the top third.
Yeah, you were just shy of even, though. Everybody did bowl 4 games. You could see Pollard's bowls an 8-lane center, so everybody bowled a game on it every pair. Some pairs were better, some pairs were not.
Yeah. So I was getting a little intel from the little local knowledge from Ron and RJ.
In certain pairs.
1 and 2 plays the easiest, and looking at the first round scores, you got Daniel Dino and Brody Elton down there, and they had 460 to 420.
That makes sense.
Yeah, Brody's score would beat almost anybody on any other pair.
Yeah, Brady's a young two-hander, and he's got a lot of talent. I'm sure we'll see him again in some other tournaments sooner than later. Greg will make sure to tell Ron. He's running around here. He was going to sit in with me. Ron got pretty busy with some other things, and he's helping run the tournament. So we'll make sure you said it to. You said hi to him.
He's been in the back. He's
Saw
been in the front.
him busting some tables. I don't know if he made a cheeseburger earlier, but I wouldn't be surprised. That's what you do when you have to run a bowling center and you own a bowling center. It's a little family place, and you have to do a little bit of everything. It's just part of the game.
Entrepreneur. Doing it all. Okay, so we have RJ has a 10-pin lead here, 11-pin lead on the 7 and 8. Brandon has about a 14-pin lead, 15-pin lead on 3 and 4.
We can run through some of the bowlers that were here today. I got to tell you, it was quite a field, strong field, that made it all the way out here to Versailles to bowl. Kyle Rogers, again, was our number 1 seed. RJ Pollard, he lives in the backyard. We've got quite a few folks that made the trip from Indianapolis and Louisville. Daniel Dino, Jordan Gray, Brady Adler's a local. I believe Clint Millen, I believe he's a Louisville or Lexington guy.
Not sure.
Yeah, there's a few names I didn't know, but I'm sure we will see him here in the near future. Chris Corbin, he's a Louisville guy.
Just won. He was on the winning team at the Chiefs team tournament with Daniel Dino.
Yeah, and he was in the finals of the Coleraine Open, so he
Bowling well.
he got beat out by
Is he the top
Zach.
lefty?
Who was the top? Let's see.
Looks like Evan was the top.
Evan was
Knowledge there.
possibly
Yeah.
had something to do with that. And you had Zach Weedman, who was the winner of the Coleraine Open. He won, yeah.
And Jeremy Siccone's been bowling well.
That's all he does is throw bombs. So yeah, we had a great field here for the two shifts. Collier Pavey did a lot of work putting this together. We did throw a little perk in there towards the end of it, where we got us a spot for the Coleraine Open, or I'm sorry, for the Kentucky Open. So the winner today is going to get a spot for the Kentucky Open.
That's awesome.
If they are already going or do not want to go, they can either sell it or pass it down to the next bowler. So somebody that's here from today is going to get the Open. I'm sorry.
A lot of history in the Kentucky Open. If you go back and look at the list of winners in that tournament, it's impressive.
Greg, I hope to see you tomorrow night, 6:30 start time, and if you're there, you buddy. Jeff, there may be a few folks out here that are not familiar with how the Kentucky Open works. I know it's at a few different centers.
You know, I've never been able to bowl the Kentucky Open.
Oh, okay.
From what I know, it starts on Friday. I believe it's 5 or 6 games at each center. Friday there's one block of qualifying, and I believe Saturday there's 3 blocks of qualifying, and each block's at a different bowling center. So there's
It's a lot of
4
games.
different centers. It's a ton of games. Awesome
Sounds like
event.
fun, but it sounds like a great tournament for the young guys.
Yep. Yeah. My wife is going to be out of town, so I am out of the lineup next weekend. I have kids, but I'm sure that they're going to have another great winter this year, because the cream rises to the top when you bowl that many games. It's a different pattern at every center, so you're going to get a great winner. Format they put out.
You know, that's the kind of a cool thing. It used to be in the summertime. There wasn't a whole lot to bowl. And now you can look through your schedule, and there's something to bowl almost every weekend through the summer now.
Weekend, you can bowl every weekend.
And that's all within the tri-state region, basically. There's always something going on. And that's good.
It's very great to see.
Looks like Brandon Flores got a little bit of hold on that match right now. Ken's trying to dig his way back in. You still get 220. Yep. Kenny still got 220 on the board, so. The mechanics are loud.
Come on. Nice shot by RJ. Important shot.
Yes, it is. You roll it.
He's going to be down by a considerable amount.
Remember, these are 2-game total pinfall matches, so you may lose the first game. It doesn't matter as much. You want to try to stay close.
Great shot by RJ there. Still shoot 250.
Yep.
Pulls him within
Yeah. The ball change on his fill ball, it looked like maybe.
I don't think he did. He might have moved a little bit, but I think that was the intensifier still.
Okay.
205 for Ken. It's going to be down somewhere between 20 and 50, depending on what Mr. Pollard does.
8:30 to drop.
Oh, really good shot for 10.
Wow.
Wow, he's got some hold there that he's built in. Good ball reaction right there.
I saw a video posted on Facebook this morning from Daniel shooting 300 back in the junior gold tournament several years ago. So he's been knocking pins over for quite some time.
A little unorthodox.
Do you know what?
Ending on the wrong foot, but he does it the same
Every
time.
Yep.
He's shooting 270 here, putting the pressure on RJ. RJ needs to double here to stay within 20.
Speaking of junior gold, that's going on right now in Texas, and that's there was over 4,000 kids that pulled that tournament from age groups of U12, U15, and U20, and over 4,000 competitors. Congratulations to every one of you that made it down there to bowl. That's that would be quite a tournament to be able to be part of.
We had some good local representation.
That's right. Kaylee Hitt and Nolan Blessing both just missed making the TV show. Nolan bowls for LaSalle High School right here right in Cincinnati, right at Colerain Bowl as his home house. And Kaylee, the hit factor, right over Northern Kentucky. So congratulations to both of you. That's a great run.
Great showing.
Something to be very proud of.
Good shot by RJ. Pulls him within 30. One more. Gets him to 20. Yeah, that tournament has grown every year. It's incredible, the participation. I think there's around 3,800 entries this year.
That's just crazy.
And you have to think most of the kids are going to have at least one person with them, if not a couple.
Yeah.
So there's
And they're bowling in different centers each day.
12 to 15,000.
Yep.
When you consider all the family that's coming in. Awesome tournament.
Great shot for RJ.
Nice shot, RJ.
Come on, buddy.
And they,
70 to 250 here.
yeah, it's a little different than the match we saw before that. Maybe they kind of worked something in for them.
Brandon's from Louisville.
He's from Louisville. Brandon is from Louisville. And I believe he's right in between Cincinnati and Louisville.
Does he have one down.
This one looks cool.
There's a ton of local action this weekend. Tomorrow we have, you always have the Gilmore sweeper in the afternoon, and then you have the Coleraine sweeper at night.
6:30 every Sunday.
6:30. Anything, as much as you want to bowl, you can bowl. So, barn burner shootout here at 7 and 8.
Make sure that plugs in. Somebody said no sound. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Nobody is giving it a pitch here on 7 and 8.
There's no.
Ken's in big trouble on 3 and 4. Looks like Brandon's going to advance to the next round.
Jeff, there's some other big tournaments that are going on around over the next few weeks. I know we got a lot of folks going up to the Peterson next week out of here. Of course, the Kentucky Open. I believe the Cleveland Kickoff.
The Kickoff Classic is next weekend as well. So, yeah, you have some people going up to both the Peterson Kickoff and the Kentucky Open on the same weekend.
So you can go north, south, or west.
Yep.
And find a good tournament.
Kickoff pays $5,000 first. Peterson, of course, you can bowl out any weekend, or I think they bowl on Thursdays and Fridays as well.
Yeah.
That runs over 3 or 4 months.
That's about right.
15,000 or so for first in that one.
Boy, these guys over here.
Man, quality shots here on 7 and 8.
We should make 5 and 6 an interesting finals.
5 and 6 is definitely a tough pair.
Spoke to Ron Pollard a little bit earlier, and he said 5 and 6 is the toughest pair in the building. We were watching the match before this, and it played pretty tough. Looks like the one lane was hooking about 1.5 foot more than the other.
Yep. He said 1 and 2 is the easiest pair in the house. This 7 and 8 is not the easiest pair. They're making it look awful good, but I'm telling you, they're throwing a lot of quality shots here at 7 and 8.
And then what you said earlier, the cream rises to the top when it comes into match play.
It's good.
Yeah, buddy.
Brandon Flora just came off with the front 7.
Front 7, that match is over. It's warming up for the finals.
I think RJ's ball rip just brought him some more refreshments.
Yep. It's a little more swing lube.
Yep. It's Brian Aldridge's favorite term, I believe.
Pretty good.
I would say it's pretty good.
Lane 7, he's created that nice little shim in there. RJ has a chance to shoot 558 for 2 games, and he might not be enough.
Yeah, that's hard to believe. Got a feeling RJ is going to throw a couple pretty good shots at him, though.
258 on the front 6. He has to feel like he can't miss right now. But he hasn't.
Hey, there's Brian Aldridge now, just right on cue.
He's right out of Aberdeen.
We
Great pitch.
we holler swing lube, and Brian Aldridge checks in.
RJ has the local representation back here. They're
Definitely.
all cheering for him, but I tell you what, they're being awful nice because they've been clapping for Daniel as well.
Yeah.
After me, there's no other chance.
Good sports out here.
Then there's Greg Bumpus back here.
Now and then there's Greg. My teammate this year on Wednesday nights.
Uh-oh. That sounds like fun.
Yeah. You hear a pin drop in here.
Uh-oh. Little stuffer.
Yep. See, he missed. I mean, that looked like it was a foot or two left from where he's been throwing it. But that would have struck for Daniel. Daniel has that miss room.
Just get that
left.
little
He's
bit
a
of
little
tilt.
farther,
The tilt's a little different.
more tilt, and he's farther in, and he's created that hole where RJ just didn't have it. He's through 3 great shots in that lane before this one.
All right.
Misses a pinch in, and
Good run.
unless something crazy happens here, Daniel's going to be moving on.
Jeff, now that Brian's watching, we had a little discussion earlier. Brian said he's going to make the sweeper tomorrow night because of the pattern we picked, or he feels like bowling. Told him if he shows up, the first bucket's on me.
I like it. I like it. Brian, is your beautiful son going to be there as well?
He is pretty.
He's great there. The proprietor here, Ron Pollard, is going to make a prediction, and he's saying that it's not going to be a high-scoring match on 5 and 6. So you're seeing the shootout here on 7 and 8. Be prepared for a grind out on 5 and 6.
Yeah, see, Carp's watching. Greg Carpenter checked in watching.
Carp, another teammate of mine on Wednesdays. We're not going to have any fun at all. Makes it on the outside.
Might have to take off work on Wednesdays just to come and watch.
Locks it up there.
Fred Pask was watching from California. Hello, Fred.
Yeah, there. Thank you, mechanic.
RJ's going to bowl 520 and be a
Saw
little
Rex
short.
back there. I saw him with that stick. Oh, Ray's back there? He's got the string.
Yeah, he's really nothing he can do here to win, is it?
No, he's done unless Daniel fouls on the first shot. He needs to stay behind the line and it's over. He was up 21, so the best RJ can do is 263, which makes it 242. He already has 236.
Yep.
He needs 4 on his first shot if RJ strikes him. Stay behind the line.
That's right.
So I heard the pattern's going to be a little tough tomorrow. Like the ball range.
You know, it looks interesting. The picture of it I had didn't have a name. We call it yikes.
Yikes.
It's 40 feet. It's flat. It's heavy. You know, the only saving grace with that pattern is there's a little friction at Coleraine, though I'd help out a little bit. But
All right.
I think the best fair game with you tomorrow night. Maybe later in the evening once they break down a little bit. But I think at first they're going to play pretty tough, at least on paper. But you never know.
You never know.
we're averaging in the mid-60s in the field, and it's usually a pretty strong field. A lot of these guys know how to play these different patterns, and of course they've got 400 bowling balls to combat different patterns too. So
The knowledge is definitely getting better.
absolutely.
You guys you're putting out challenging patterns weekly. The field is getting better at learning how to play these things.
Well, and I think a lot of it has to do is there guys like you coming in to bowl, and the Kyle and the Ricks that are there bowling. They're not afraid to help out some of the other guys, even though they're competing in a weekly sweeper, and they're bowling for money, but they're willing to help out some of these guys and teach them a little bit. Makes a big difference, and that's great. That's the way it ought to be.
It is, and you need to be able to. You need people that are learning to continue to be able to bowl and get better in order to make the sport better. So, always willing to help out a fellow competitor is looking to learn.
Well, we have this little league on Wednesday nights that is designed solely to help guys learn how to bowl on these patterns. It's a summer league, and we've had Jeff in coaching them. We've had Kenny in to coach them. Brian Himmler was in a day to coach them, and they really appreciate it. It's just showing it maybe a little bit different styles for all three of you, but you can all teach them a little bit different. So.
Flora's going to bowl this thumb in. You got to land on your left.
We had
Well, that was pretty impressive on 7 and 8.
554
Not to take anything away from 3
to
and 4.
521.
Okay. We're gonna go to 5 and 6
Yikes.
here. I'm going to turn them on, and again, there's no practice.
Couple
Where
of
did
Louisville
RJ
guys
go?
Yep.
in the finals.
I would imagine they bowled each other in the finals of a tournament here or there.
That they have.
Yes.
Give us a second, guys. We'll get you set up.
Well, I think they asked for a split, and I think I heard a no.
Yeah, I heard it.
Okay, we got to
No,
get your
not so many
letters.
words.
There is no shadow balls, guys. So, Jake, where you at? RJ, please put A and B in there. Jake is back here. Folks, for the people that are left, I really appreciate it. I bowled a lot in my life. And
There's Ronnie talking now.
Watching great matches and great bowlers. I've seen a lot of great bowling today. So I won't bore you. Good luck, guys.
Too late for that. Wow, way to go. That was Kenny.
I'm getting a jeer there from the crowd.
Kenny, the nicest guy in the building.
All right, no practice. They're going
Get right into it. I guarantee this pair's not playing the same as what they just got finished on.
I saw when Ken and Kyle were born in this pair, 5 was hooking a lot. And,
Well,
caved in the big 4 there. He's going to have to make a move on that.
I think the big test is going to watch the ball reaction from Daniel here because of what he was playing on 7 and 8. I'd be surprised if he has the same kind of feel on this pair, but you never know. He's playing in where.
I think he's going to be able to play it fine on 6. That looked pretty darn close, but I think on 5, there's definitely early.
Hello, Jordan Gray. You're still in the building?
Fine finish. Tell you what, Jordan threw the ball awful well today.
He was doing something that is so hard to do. I've watched him do that and thought, man, if I had to do that, I would just quit. He's lofting the ball past the arrows.
About 20 feet.
Yep.
I tell you what, he's really worked on his game. I hadn't seen him bowl for about a year and a half. And,
He made it look easy.
he threw the ball well today. Definitely telling he's been working on his game. So
Well.
there you go on lane 5. That lane's definitely hooking earlier, and that ball hit flat.
Yes.
Flat 10. That's the first shot that his ball didn't go through the pins really strongly in 2.5 games. Makes a spare.
Jeff,
Some adjustments here.
I would think a lot of bowlers might read that a little wrong sometimes when the ball hits lanes at a flat 10, thinking the lane's a little tighter, and it's just the complete opposite.
Yep. So a lot of people think, well, my ball didn't hook enough on the back ends. That's why I left that flat 10 when in all actuality what really happened was the ball hooked too early.
Yes.
And what caused it to flat 10.
It's like the gallery thinned out a little bit.
A little bit. So Brandon already knows this pair's a little tougher. Takes a spare.
Guys, one thing we haven't said during this live feed, do us a favor and hit the share button. Let everybody see some of the local talent just in the tri-state area that comes out to bowl these events week in and week out, whether it's a sweeper, whether it's the KPT Pollard's Handicap Madness Tournament, whether it's the Fat Boy Challenge, whether it's a tournament Lonnie's putting on up in Fairfield. There's a lot of good talent around that bowls, like I said, week in and week out. So hit the share button, let everybody see it. Collier Pavey does an amazing job running these tournaments. He's an excellent promoter. He's a young man. He's hungry, and he's certainly out there to do what he can to get bowling out in front of everybody. So appreciate all you're doing, Collier.
I'm gonna hit that share button right now.
Well, thank you, Jeff.
Well, I think this pair's walled. It was my highest score. 204. But I had 220. It wasn't the fresh, though.
It was in game one, yeah.
Yeah, they're a little different than when we first hit it.
It's a difference from game one to game 14 or so. Hey.
One and two is the easiest pair.
Snodgrass.
Uncle Ronzo's, I don't know, he might be in the front of the house. He might be in the back. He's been everywhere. I think he's grilled onions for some burgers today. He's been out directing traffic.
I think he was up changing the filter on the air conditioner unit earlier.
Yep, he was respotting pins. He's done it all today. And here
well, there he goes.
There he goes, Ronzo.
You're looking for him. There he is.
He's running back. He's going to chew Ricky out right now. It's like, Ricky, why aren't you on this?
We've got a break in the action. Brandon's worried about where his keys are.
All right, so once again, he leaves a 2-8. He made an adjustment off of the first one.
Uh-huh.
Okay. But still, the ball did not finish. And, oh.
Everybody's asking for you.
Right here. That's my remember Bob?
Oh, yeah.
Uncle Ronzo is back in the
my
booth.
nephew. Oh, that's my nephew.
Yeah, we got Ron standing right behind us. He stopped for a second.
I said that this is going to be a lower scoring match.
Absolutely.
We have one strike and 7 pitches.
Yeah, that was a pretty good one there.
2 and 8.
Ray, we're down at Pollard's Bowl in Versailles, Indiana. It's the finals of the KPT Pollard's Handicap Madness Tournament. Again, there were 60 bowlers today. A little 8-lane house, but it was pretty seamless with the shift in and out. Everything went on time today. Yeah, that lane's just not nice.
Early hook and hang down the lane.
It's not a good condition, is it?
It's very speed sensitive. Looked like Brandon threw that one a little bit harder, and it just floated right through. Daniel's talking to his ball reps he's switching balls. I think he's going to stay with the same one here, but he's going to switch balls on lane 5. Daniel does throw the ball with one hand, but he does not put his thumb in it either. So neither of these guys use their thumb.
I was going to say, yeah, one hand a little more traditional, but
Yeah,
no?
not really.
Yeah, not so much. He does throw a lot of strikes, though.
Yes, he does.
He was our 4th high qualifier today with 935.
135 with a 180 game.
Yeah.
If somebody can figure out 5, they're going to win this match.
Well, hey, Mickey Heeg, how are you today? Mickey's out on vacation.
I saw some pictures of her in Facebook land.
Yep, out over in Chicago.
Nice. All right, another strike on 6. Let's see if he can do the same with 5.
I believe Brandon made it from the first shift, I believe, so I was looking for his qualifying score. I believe he was 920. He bowled this morning at 9 o'clock.
Brandon, what did you do there? You switched balls, right? So something smoother? It did. It looks very good. So Brandon
Yeah.
switched balls on 5. He's throwing 2 different balls. He's throwing Rodman Pearl on 6. Lane 5, he switched to a GB3,
It's one of my favorite balls.
which is very predictable. And you're not going to get that skid flip like he's getting from that Rodman. So he said he moved a little left, throwing that predictable ball.
Uh-oh. I see a little dollar bets going on over here to the left. A little excitement over there off that 8 count. I saw dollars laying around. Or 9 count.
Spares him up. Garrett Stafford, Brad Loomis joining us. What's going on, guys? Brad must have just got off the driving range.
I'm pretty sure he was playing golf today, yeah.
Teaching. He probably didn't get to play. I bet he was working.
Yeah, probably.
There you go. Turns it into a triple. 1 strike on lane 5. He does his job on lane 6. He can extend a big lead here if he throws a good one off of that ball change. Looks like he's figured it out. Give it the business. Lane 6 doesn't look like a problem.
No, lane 6 is like all the other pairs.
Lane 5 is a different story. Brandon's joining us in the booth here.
How are you, Brandon? How was your day today?
That was my day?
Yeah.
It's been better.
You're
First block was fun, second block was
still here bowling, so, you know, that's a plus.
I pulled you down.
I had to bowl with Jeff.
Yep, he's bowling to his competition. Daniel gets a strike on 5, but now is he throwing a different Sonic on each lane? Is that a ball change? Does he have 2 up there? No, he's only got 1.
No, he's got 2. We made ball change balls, I believe.
Okay, so he's throwing the same ball.
Is this our version of having the bowler mic'd up on the lane with just having him sit back in the booth with us? I like it.
Kind of feel like I'm going to Peterson.
Oh. I lost $1 on that. Do you have to pay on Brooklyn's? Do you have to pay on Brooklyn's? No blood.
This pair's kind of like Bowling Peterson. You never know.
That left lane looks interesting.
The rack's just as bad as.
Alright, strikes out.
Well, 2:15.
2:15, Brandon. If he gets a spare here, they're going to be
This
about
could be
even.
dead even, yep. But
But this is the easier lane, and he does his job. And he gives him the Kemi Mutombo.
no.
Not today. Not in my house. He does get it off his hands. He strikes again.
Had a chance.
22 pin lead with a strike on the fill.
Jeff, you ever tried to bowl two-handed before?
It was ugly.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Give it one try?
You know, I've had thoughts run through my mind that it's something that I could do. So maybe in the future. But I think you have to, if you are looking at switching, you've been a one-handed traditional bowler, you need to start with a lighter ball.
Mm-hmm.
You need to figure out how to get your ball speed up. Just throwing it with two hands.
That was for you, Jeff.
That was very good.
Since you said,
Well done. Get it off your hands.
Plural.
Yeah, you beat me. One upper sitting to my left. I don't either.
There's a young man that's bowling in that Wednesday night league after you were there coaching with him, and he was kind of toying around with two-handed.
Yep.
And I'll tell you what, he's pretty natural with it. He's one guy that I've seen just out of nowhere one week said, I'm going to try.
I'll tell you what, he did it a lot better than I looked.
Oh,
My 15-pound.
Man, I'd be in traction for a week if I tried that.
I think if I end up doing it, I'm going to start with a 10 or 12-pound ball.
Yep. I believe Al Runkle messed around with that a little bit, trying with lighter balls at first.
You need to get the fundamentals down, and you need to build up that foot speed in order to get. If you look at the two-handers, they have fast feet, and that allows them to really get this speed to throw it as hard as they need to match the speed to the rev rate. Because the rev rate that you're creating with two hands is a lot more than you're creating with one.
Yeah, absolutely.
A handful of people in the world like you attack it.
Brad, we're down at Pollard's Bowl in Versailles, Indiana. This is the KPT Pollard's Bowl handicap singles tournament. We're in the finals here right now, so they're bowling for $1,000 for first, $600 for second, and first place also gets a free entry into the Kentucky Open.
The tournament was handicapped.
Yep.
80% of 210, but I don't believe anybody that made the finals got handicapped.
There was
Larry Meyer.
He was the closest.
He finished 10th, 9th, 10th.
He was 10th. He was last to cash.
He was last to cash, and he was the only person that got handicapped that cashed.
Hey, Greg Todd is watching. I don't think everybody know Greg Todd out there.
Greg Todd.
Name's familiar.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah. You know how it is, right?
Circle line.
There's a message here for Brandon.
Tell Florida to put his thumb in it. Greg Todd.
Greg Todd.
I'll try.
Hey, Terry Rose.
I have a ball with my thumb holding it. How am I supposed to?
Well, he's going to have to try it another time there, Greg. Greg.
Gregory Todd.
My thumb in the finger hole. Put my thumb in the finger hole. That's
TR Ronzo, I think, might take your advice. I know who it is.
He has his ways. He knew before I told him to.
I hope Rob's driving straight.
I couldn't agree more. Scuds bowling two-handed would definitely sell tickets.
Well, that would be entertaining. Looks like 6 is getting a little bit trickier. Speed sensitive. Oh, okay. Some choice words. 6 is turning into lane 5. Getting tight down the lane. These guys are having fun now. Uh-oh. That's not going to get a trophy doing that. You're right. I had to move 3 left.
So the commentators a lot coaching?
If you want to call it coaching.
He's two-handed. He's not used to shooting spares. He needs a little help.
Uh-oh. I think that was a little jab at two-handers, I think, a little bit.
Yes, Mr. Loomis, it is Willie. I need a golf lesson. Bad.
Speaking of golf lessons, I haven't played in about 3 years. I finally got some clubs again. Plan on playing a little bit, so I'll probably be giving you a call here, Brad. Need a little refresher course on, well, I never did it straight, so it'll be learning new.
That looks pretty good.
Yeah. First strike of the game here.
Where is the trophy?
Hey, Tab's watching.
Put all the money in the prize fund.
Yeah, Brad. Buddy. Tab's watching from down in Florida on vacation. Hello, Tab. Hopefully you're catching a lot of fish, sir.
I do know where you work, Brad. Thankfully, you're only about 7 minutes from my house.
Ooh, a little loft there.
A little loft and a little flat 10.
Yep. Whoever's betting to not strike on lane 5 over there for the dollars is the smart one. They're the smart one.
I think 9 should be a tie on lane 5. 9's a push.
60 quarters, is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
Exchange 50-cent pieces across the table?
9's a push on lane 5. If you strike, that should be 1.5 to 1.
Hello from Busch Gardens, Mr. Bale.
Tell Shamu we said hello.
Tell him to blow. Oh, never mind.
Easy.
Yeah, it's a kid-friendly show. Uh-oh.
Well, he was talking to it. That was a little better.
It's a double.
20-pin lead.
That's a big double. What do you got to say looking around in here, Jeff? There's a ton of history in this building.
There's a lot of history.
There's some Hall of Famers in here.
National Hall of Famers.
National Hall of Famers. There's some Eagles over here to look at.
Eagles floating around. There's a couple of pigeons.
Couple pigeons, that's right.
Yeah.
Rick Pollard, Ron Pollard.
Jamie Pollard and Vicky Pollard.
Yep.
Classified double champions. We kid them that because they were in the classified, they get a pigeon instead of an eagle.
Okay,
So
all right.
that's
I
my
thought that's
pigeon
where that was
comment.
coming from.
Yeah.
It's all right. Pigeon from Nationals is
It's pretty good. It's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Oh, look at that.
Pay the man. Corbin has his head down. He just lost. He lost. That is, should pay $1.25 for a strikeout.
Hi, Ryan from Medina, Ohio. Greg Todd, bar tab.
Yep.
It's closest he got to 300 all day.
They're a little better than that on lane 6. Let's see if he can make this one. Move 3 left. Right in the middle.
Yep.
Good adjustment.
$213 or $236 to $215, right?
21 pin match.
Yeah.
And
Oh my!
it looked like Ricky P just threw one out.
Scores here.
Wow.
Brandon's up 21 after game 1, and right now there's a dead.
Let's talk about that. Yeah, well, I said it looked like Ricky P just threw one out of the pit. I mean, there was a pin that came
Good Lord. Who won all the dollars to the table to our left on that one?
I hope nobody lost money on that.
Oh, yeah. They bet that one like 8 or less. I had 60.
He did have 6 on that. Somehow got a strike. All right, so we're all square here. So that means Brandon's up 21.
Power the Ebonite.
Power, yeah. GB3 powered it through for. He threw 6, but got a strike.
Say you was coming from
Could have. Well, that's pretty good.
Well, that's a good looking shot. Kind of.
Somebody made 25 on that one.
I don't know. You have to give the upper hand to whoever gets the finish on lane 6.
Yeah, that's Daniel.
Yep.
So if Brandon needs, if he gets a double here, he needs a mark on the top.
Good Lord.
What a double. What a double.
Wow.
He did hit the head pin both times.
Well, he whiffed it going by, I
He
think.
hit the head pin on 5 and 6. Didn't mean he hit the pocket. Needs a mark in the 10th to take home the title. He throws it in the river, giving Daniel a chance to strike out the win. Unless he makes this.
Need to announce it.
I told you.
Yep. Need 8 out.
Well,
190. Daniel has a chance to double in the 10th to win.
yeah.
We got you covered.
We won't mention the tournament director has trouble with numbers.
He has a phone. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. One more, he gets the trophy. Claire Jug coming in.
Coming in hot.
This is it.
That's a good looking shot.
Oh!
Look at that. There's a couple good friends here bowling each other.
There may have been a corp here.
You think so?
Yes. I think there's a real good chance. But you know what? 8's enough to win by 3.
Yep.
Well done.
Great job, guys.
Very
429 to
impressive, very good
426.
shooting, very entertaining.
Ron called it.
Yeah.
Lower scoring.
Lower scoring.
Like
Congratulations.
100.
Yeah.
I apologize. Daniel Dino, the double D. We'll just call him the double D. And he beat Flora?
Brandon Flora.
Brandon Flora. Sorry. I used to still try to find names. Congratulations. We appreciate your Pollard's Bowl, my family. We had a great field, great final 8, and had 10 nice catchers for 10 individuals.
Good ball, guys.
Nice tournament, everybody.
Some kind words at the end from Ron Pollard. So, and here we are. We're at the final of another tournament. Daniel Dino, this year's tournament of the Pollard tournament. I thank everybody for watching. Once again, hit the share button. Thank you, Jeff, for sitting in.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Very entertaining. I'll be here tomorrow night. How about you?
See you tomorrow night.
All right. You got to come check out this.
Yes,
she already said it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we checked it out.
Patty, I'm in.
All right. All right, guys. Okay, see everybody tomorrow. Bye-bye.
It's about time you got it.